Hello, good morning, everyone. This is Lee and Eric Lee from Hong Kong, and I start my channels since around exactly 1 years ago at last March. And normally my channel, I 80% or 70% I use my mother tongue Cantonese to do my videos, and 20 to 30% I use Japanese because I've been using Japanese for more than 30 years. I was born in Hong Kong at maybe I cannot. I better not to mention about my age. I was born in Hong Kong and I was grew up from Macau until 13 years old because my parents they have been working in Macau at the casino business as a dealer. And when I was 13 years old, I had a chance to come back to Hong Kong and finish my high school. And after that, and at around 1990, and then I studied in Japan. The first year in Japanese, and then another 4 years I studied in a in a university named Sophia University at the Tokyo area, Yotsuya, and my major is sociology. And it doesn't make me like I have the something like I have the status or I have the qualification to comment about what is going on in the world because my major is sociology, but it's something like about human being. And it was exactly that is one of the reasons that I didn't choose economy, something about money, account, and engineering. Then I was more like the a like and love about the human being. And of course, after I graduated at past 30 years, something that I work in Hong Kong and with different company, with different customers, like from Asia, Malaysia, China, Hong Kong, and then mostly a lot Japan company. And then I experienced a lot of betray, love, cooperation, and I experienced a lot by past 30 years. Okay, let's get straight to the point. And why? First of all, why I don't know why. I just want as a YouTuber. Even my channel is still have less than 1,500 subscribers. But I still want to say something that I really feel. And yes, I didn't study much. I mean, I didn't jot down any points. But what, especially after Mr. Trump, America, after Mr. Trump jumps up again, and to be the second time of his president, and the world like upside down, and what we have been learning about past 50 years, 80 years of American is totally upside down now. And I do not say it cannot be accepted, but I think it have been and is now already even internal America or outside what Mr. Trump have been doing and announcing, talking that it already like I used the word like mess up around and make a lot of people, a lot of countries like crazy and mad and not happy and annoying and anxiety, and it's like something like anyways like upside down. I think you understand what I mean. Um, as a Hong Kong Chinese, and that what Mr. Trump have been doing, I can say a little bit happy because you can see no matter you like it or not, America these places and have been thinking about how to fight China in all kind of way. Trade war now is terrorists, and then they like fighting very highly afraid and the rise up of China. And now Mr. Trump, because after he stepped to his second president period, and you can see he liked how to deal with the superpower in the world, like Russia, Mr. Putin, and our mother company China. So he's a little bit excited and happy that oh, this guy, Mr. Trump, He's like something like I do not say he teasing the weak and admire and like to walk together with the superpower together. And of course, there is widely being said and comment by the media. Oh, now the world is like like 1,000 years ago, like the history of China and being ruled, the world being ruled by America for some part, and then by some part by Mr. Putin and some part by Mr. Xi. This is whatever I mean is true or not true. It doesn't matter. But some media have already mentioned about this. But for Chinese in Hong Kong, that is a little bit once again is a little bit excited, not happy, but no matter what the media and the people, the specialists, they evaluated the cases, what Mr. Trump is saying, what he is doing, and I think there is no doubt, and it's still like no matter what Mr. Trump say, oh, I'm a very good fan of Mr. Xi, but actually no matter what his final goal and what he have been doing and like preparing and lining up and try to do something that press China down, then I think this is no doubt. And there was a lot of reasons behind that I'm not going to explain and repeat one by one. But already what the Chinese here in Hong Kong, we are already. I think Mr. Trump lately mentioned about an order or something like if the ship from China get into United States and then they need to pay like 1 million, 1.5 million USD, something like I'm not very good and familiar with these logistic things, but it seems like another like a gangster or some scary people that, oh, if you want to do business and sell something in my land, you need to pay us, something like that. It just sounds like that. And already some movement in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a free trade area. It had been like more than or nearly 100 years being colonized by British. I do not say we are part of British, but Hong Kong is a special area. It had been like this, and it's also is like this, and it's still one country, two system. This one, I think, even in China, in Hong Kong, and all over the world, we have to think about America. Also think about Hong Kong is a special area. You should treat Hong Kong area is a special place. You can say it's a lubricant. You can say it's a cushion area that for you to deal with China. I think this is what we wanted, and Hong Kong is a special area. It's still a special area, and it will be a special area. And now what the business in Hong Kong already highly affected even before Mr. Trump. And now exactly he announced this kind of payment of the China ship if go inside United States, and then you need to pay blah blah blah. And then already some businessmen already they change or they move out their business. So this is highly affected our economy. It already highly affected because we have a lot of logistic related people, logistic related company, and I want to remind that I think there was a while that Hong Kong is number one in the containers numbers in the world, that we had a lot business. But I think since 10 years ago, from Hong Kong from number one, the containers number now dropped to number 8 or number 9 or less than or out of number 10. So further, I plus this Russian with the Ukraine war. I don't say invasion, but anyway, under this circumstances, Hong Kong economy is already since a few years ago. Our land is not selling well. It's not really sellable. The properties price keep dropping, and then the stocks is no good, keep dropping and not going up. Lately, it's going up. Go back to Hang Seng Index, go back to 24,000 something. And but the main income of Hong Kong government already dropped it, like because we have been selling the land to the developer, and developer build up the buildings and then selling. This is our tradition for past 30-50 years. But now that Hong Kong governments also, as you should know, that we have seen maybe 3 years ago, we have been very rich, and absorb a lot of foreign company to come to participate a lot of tenders of construction, blah blah blah, this and that, a lot of projects. But now, since few years ago, our Hong Kong government also since losing money, and we're losing tons of money now. Since 3 years ago, for this year and coming couple of years also, it seems like Hong Kong government will issue some bonds or debts to sell to maintain to maintain the cooperation of here. So okay, we let me go back to Mr. Trump's things. I think we should know, and we already knew and understood that in internal American economy, because since America had been borrowing a lot of money, I don't even know how to say the big numbers of money. I studied some about how the G7 countries, how much they own, how much debt they have. But American is like the 15, much more that they own. They owe the world, or they owe they anyway, they borrow and they use a lot of money. They consume a lot of things. And it also made me remember around 25 years ago, my first marriage. My honeymoon exactly was in the Los Angeles and in the south part of America. What actually I don't know much about America, but it gave me the image like the America and American, they do not save money. They use future money, and they consume a lot. When I dropped exactly the first day at the airport of it, and then I saw like a 300 or 400 pounds of a black guy is the police, huge. It doesn't mean, maybe, I don't know, just give me image. Wow, it's big and huge, everything. And then I step out the airport of America. I saw a huge car that I never seen in Japan, in Hong Kong, or in China. And then my friend, he is ABC, American born Chinese, actually from Taiwan. And then he showed me a restaurant, and he showed us a restaurant, and we eat steak there. The steak also triple bigger than Hong Kong, and the Coke also triple bigger, and you can refill all kind of things. And then it made me an image that American and the place of America, they consume a lot, and they love consuming. They eat a lot. They consume a lot. This is the what America displays and have been doing. And I don't know, suddenly comes up yesterday the idea like if your people have this kind of characters and habit, they don't do saving, then they consume a lot. They're a little bit quite lazy. And then if a lot of American doing like this after 30, 50 years, and then will become like what we see present. And maybe this is one of the reason, right? America now become a lot of debt because of the, what I'm trying to say. Just like they have been, they must be related the character of American. So we do not really finger point to the government only. And how to say? So anyway, what I tried to say is I want to use funny and amusing, maybe something teasing and disrespectful of Mr. Trump. I remember around 10 something years ago when I was working in a Japanese company, and it's a big company, and then we awarded a kind of project to supply a lot of steel material to a contractor. And at that time, our colleague from Japan said, "Wow, this project is like what they describe is very funny," and I still remember. But I can try to apply it and use it now in this situation. At that time, our colleague from Japan say, "Now the project, I try not to say about the name of the project. They say the project now is like applied to a monkey, but who is driving a car in the street? The monkey, they don't know how to drive, but it's a monkey driving the car in the street." So what I consider now is like I do not say Mr. Trump is a monkey because he's too big. I say like a gorilla. He's more terrible and scary than a monkey because he's strong. He do not listen. And now he's like a gorilla driving a car in the street. Uh, it's like that. And he liked people. I don't say licking ass. He liked the people probably ask him, right? And since 10 or 15 years ago, I remember very clear. I have bad memory, but something I can memorize very deep. I don't know why. I remember very good and strong image about Mr. Trump is rich, super powerful, super arrogant, and at that time from TV show already, he always will say something then to you still can remain, you can win this project, but most of the time he would say those kind of shit, and then they say you are fired. This is this kind of human being, and so at the first president period of Mr. Trump, be honest, I like him because his English very easy to understand for me. We learn a lot of English in many years, but our English is still like this, so broken. But for me, Mr. Trump was super entertaining, very easy to understand, and he seems he's kind of nice guy. But after that, he could not. He lose to Mr. Biden, and after 4 years, I think he like completely changed. He changed to being like full of anger, and change his English also more and more difficult for me to understand. And now when he really step up again for his second president period, wow, he turned the world like upside down. Everybody is shocked now, and I don't know. He said something like rational. He said something that today he said something, the next day he will forget, and then it's like terrible. We I don't know how to say it, but this is what the American. You have your system, you have your voting system. Is a freedom, blah 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 country, and we love America. We love English since we were a kid. We watching the Hollywood movie. We always consider there's justice, Superman. The good guy is always from America. But now, how come suddenly Mr. Trump's get up and then now like turn everything in negative size, and I can say he makes something more terrible than what the countries we consider. He's more terrible and doing more strong. This is because now it's also from the other media. They say the specialists they mention, or because America is really in deep shit. They owe a lot of money. They could be bankrupt. And then the rise up of China, the rise up of BRIC, and it could be the American, the dollars could be replaced, or maybe they say a lot of blah 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 blah. Very terrible things may happen. So because America is in such desperate situation, so Mr. Trump need to do everything he could, and he need to say everything he can to try to save America. Um, I don't know. For example, I do not represent anyone. I do not represent Chinese. I do not represent Hong Kongese. Just like a normal human being. If like the superpower and the world leaders of America can acting and performing like this, so how the poor people and the grass level of us, how we could survive? This is a very basic question. I have a wife from East Europe, from Romania. I have a kid 10 years old. Actually, be honest, I lost my job since last November because of bad economy. Um, we do not. I don't know how to say. It had been very tough, and I do a lot of different part time that grass level, lower level part-time, and that I never thought of that. But now the world is already turned to like this, and these superpower people reach, have authority, and using this Elon Musk. He is another. I don't know. A lot of people admire him, say he's a genius. He can bring the human to Mars. He's super rich. Tesla, blah blah blah. I I do not say I don't like this guy, but what is your superpower? Your rich, your genius can do, and this kind of people actually is destroying the grass level, our most basic human being surviving authority, surviving power. I think this kind of super rich people is killing us. This is what I felt. For example, this NVIDIA, Mr. Jensen, blah blah from Taiwan, American. A lot of superpower people, super rich, blah blah blah, say a lot of things, including Jack Ma, SoftBank, Mr. Song. Now I think this kind of super people that how related with my family. It doesn't benefit anything of the grass level people like us. How about the ChatGPT, the AI, the robotic, blah blah blah? Does it benefit us? More and more of jobs is already being swept away by the robot, by the system, blah 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 blah, and then people getting more and more difficult. It already suffering and affecting us since maybe half years, 1 year ago, and now it's getting hidden strongly and strongly to take away your jobs, your surviving, not ability, your surviving right, your surviving right. They are taking away from you. But while we are saying we are human, right? We have family to feed. Then what will be like in future? Now a lot of countries already like the government. Maybe I can say, except Singapore, still making a lot of money, and Singapore is another. I do not say I don't like Singapore, but I would not like Singapore because Singapore taking a lot of advantage of Hong Kong. But also Hong Kong government do not do well. Must be they are not doing well, so it will become like this. And yes, we are in deep shit. Not we are in deep. We are not in deep sick. We are in deep shit. I hope Mr. Trump. I do not hope anything. I have no power to hope what he can do and what he would do. I think he will still keep doing some crazy things. But you can see after 1 month about that, he talks a lot. He talks a lot, and already after a couple of weeks, the people not exactly what this man is doing. He said, "Oh, Mexico, Canada, I will increase you 25% of the tariffs." But after the people strongly reflect and fight back, "Oh, okay, it's okay. Hold on." He's this kind of people. Hold on. I think he will still keeping like this. If you strongly fight back, and then he will say, "Okay, wait a minute, it's okay." He won't. He just say. I think he say a lot of things so like bluffing. And what lately the media mentioned about Mr. Trump, they stopped the satellite information for the Ukraine area, and then Russia like bombed the hell to the residential area, the public blah blah, and killing a lot of casualties, a lot of normal citizens. Anyway, we do not know what's going on, but now the world is really going crazy. We are in deep shit.